Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Tuesday, February 8th. Stocks on Wall Street opened relatively flat, taking a break from a big run-up that pushed the Dow Industrials and S&P 500 to their highest levels in more than 2.5 years. One big factor weighing on sentiment today is an interest rate hike by the People's Bank of China. It's the third quarter-point increase in benchmark lending and deposit rates in 4 months, and it indicates that China is committed to keeping a lid on inflation. That could curb demand for all sorts of goods from the world's second largest economy.
Much of that inflation that China is trying to keep under control comes from rising food and energy costs. And today we're seeing another effect of those rising raw material costs from one U.S. corporation, J.M. Smucker. J.M. Smucker announced that it's raising coffee prices by about 10%. The increases cover most of Smucker's brands, including Folgers and Dunkin' Donuts. Elsewhere in the food industry, McDonald's reported a 5.3% increase in global same-store sales last month. Most of those gains came from the Europe and Asia-Pacific region. McDonald's shares are rising more than 1% on the news. But another food company moving in the opposite direction is Sara Lee. It's losing nearly 1% after missing Wall Street estimates with its quarterly profit.
Another big name out with earnings today has a hand in food production. Farm equipment maker Agco reported that its profit more than doubled in the fourth quarter. But Agco's earnings outlook for the full year fell short of estimates, pushing the stock down nearly 2% in early trading. It's a very similar story for Coventry Health, a big increase in quarterly profit but a disappointing full-year forecast. Coventry is dropping more than 5% right now. NYSE Euronext and Teva Pharmaceuticals are also sharply lower after disappointing earnings. But shares of Walt Disney are modestly higher ahead of that company's quarterly report, due out after today's closing bell.
Two European companies traded on the New York Stock Exchange are among the day's biggest earnings winners. Swiss banking giant UBS actually missed expectations with a 7% increase in net profit. But UBS also reported its second consecutive quarter of cash inflows from wealthy clients, turning around a trend of massive outflows over the last several years. That's an optimistic sign for the future, and investors here and overseas are pushing the stock more than 2% higher. Meanwhile, ArcelorMittal is jumping more than 4%. The world's biggest steelmaker posted a net loss in the fourth quarter, but said that the gradual recovery of steel demand should continue throughout the year, leading to an increase in production. Overall, commodities prices, including most metals, are dropping today in reaction to China's interest rate hike. Crude oil is falling about 1% to well below $87 a barrel. But gold is bucking the downward trend, rising to about $1,360 an ounce.
Finally, one Federal Reserve official is weighing in on the state of the U.S. economy. Jeffrey Lacker, the president of the Richmond Fed, said he expects growth in 2011 to come close to a 4% annual rate. He believes that the central bank's $600 billion bond buying program has caused a distinct improvement in the economic outlook, and that they should seriously consider adjusting the size and pace of the program. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.